Welcome back. In today's session, we are walking through the full setup of a secure, isolated malware analysis environment using Flare VM. This hands-on lab simulates the workflow of a real-world malware analyst, setting up a Harden Windows 10 virtual machine, disabling built-in defenses, and deploying the Flare VM toolkit using PowerShell. Before we begin, a quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes only. The techniques shown here should only be performed in safe, isolated environments where you have full authorization. Always act responsibly. Let's dive in. The core objective of this lab was to configure a safe Windows 10 virtual machine inside VirtualBox that could support malware analysis and offensive cyber operations. The environment needed to be fully isolated, properly hardened, and resilient against configuration failures. To start, I downloaded and installed VirtualBox from the official website and created a new Windows 10 virtual machine. Once inside the OS, I installed VirtualBox guest additions for seamless integration and configured shared folders for host-to-guest data exchange. With the basics set, I created a snapshot of the virtual machine. This would allow me to roll back at any point during risky installations. Then came security hardening. I began disabling Microsoft Defender, automatic Windows updates and turn-off tamper protection using the Windows Security GUI. These steps ensured the system wouldn't block or interfere with malware tools during future analysis. Another snapshot was taken here, this time titled Post-Security Config, locking in the clean, hardened state of the machine. Next came the Flare VM installation. I created a folder on the desktop called Flare VM and launched PowerShell as an administrator. Using the official installation script from Flare's GitHub repository, I downloaded and executed the setup using Bug Starter and Chocolatey. This part required setting the execution policy to unrestricted and running the script in a non-GUI, automated mode. Partway through the first attempt, a network drop caused the installation to fail. Luckily, I had the snapshot ready. I restored the VM and ran the script again with a stable connection. This time, the installation completed without issues. Once finished, I switched the VM's network mode from bridge to host only to further isolate it from external threats. With Flare VM successfully installed and configured, I took one final snapshot, post Flare VM config, marking the environment as ready for future analysis labs. A few challenges stood out during the setup. First, the EFI boot error showed how even minor misconfigurations can halt an entire build process. Second, relying solely on group policy to disable Defender taught me the importance of cross-verifying settings using Task Manager and GUI tools. And third, the failed Flare installation emphasized the need for stable connectivity and snapshot-based recovery planning. In conclusion, building this environment with VirtualBox and Flare VM is not just about installing tools, it's about creating a repeatable, secure foundation for malware analysis and threat research. It's about being prepared for failure and having the discipline to document, snapshot, and isolate each critical stage. So here are a few takeaways. First, always take snapshots before major changes. They're your safety net. Second, after setup, switch the VM to host-only networking to contain threats. Third, maintain documentation. Every configuration change, tool installation, and error message matters. It's how you learn, troubleshoot, and replicate success. And finally, always stay within legal and ethical boundaries. Malware analysis is powerful, but it carries great responsibility. Thanks for watching. If this lab helped you or sparked your interest in reverse engineering and threat hunting, let me know in the comments. And if you're building your